side. We got it all. We got it all. Chill. Can't get that song out of my head, man. What's up? It's your boy MB, man, bringing you different options and talking about things off the beaten path that a lot of people don't talk about. But I do here. Welcome to the channel, man. Enjoy it. For those of you watching this later, we like to have fun, man. We like to have fun. Here's the theme music for the day. Yeah. I don't know, Louis. I don't know yet.
You need to thank a nigga when y'all getting fresh. I can paper way long with the set.
Paper Kip Lane, baby.
Change the way y'all niggas dress.
Play where y'all play. I play where y'all listen to music. How about that? That's right. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What it do, baby? Driving. What's up? What's happening? What's up, Roy? Y'all know what it is, man. What's up, Lou? Yeah. Yeah. Sworn in. Yeah. Gotta be born in, man. On the real, recognize the real, man. Team MBE, boy, we officially in here, baby. At the math, man, them boxers singing, baby. Yeah, them boxers singing, man. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Never did it. I ain't never did. I ain't gonna never do that. I ain't gonna never do that, homie. What you said? How the box with 4 solo X's turn out? Which one was the one? You dumb. They ain't talking about in my box. Who I did that for? Peter Wickware, Raymond Wickware. I think he called me today too. Yeah, I need to call him back, man. Hey, I missed that. Yeah. Yeah, I think he called me today. I was out there building. Was it today or did he text me? 8:40 this morning. Hit me this morning. Tell him hit me tomorrow. Hit me tomorrow. I think that's one of them I built. I built 2 of them. I done built 2 of them recently. Woo! Man, y'all don't do that. Don't do that, man. What it do? Team John Quaid. What up, MB? I get at you Friday, sitting right here. Rod Trouble, yours on your way to you, man. It's on your way to you, man. Cliff Farley, what's up, team? What's up? What's up, team MBE? MBE since 2012, baby. You know it, baby. Now I'm 67 strong. What's up, Louis? You been there when it was just me and you and Antoine. Always, man. When you gonna get that? Did you get the solo X10 from me? What's going on, man? Always, Lou. Always, man. Either we ain't caught up in a long time, but ain't nothing to change, man. Ain't nothing to change. God-fearing Team MBE. That's right. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we talk about all kind of stuff. Hey, wasn't that Sarah Vega? That was amazing. That was amazing. Where that boy at? Here, check this out. I was not expecting that. So I done took it off the little free air thing. Now it's just in the lineup for, seeing the production of what they do in a box. But it's in the line, man, because the first thing that's got to be tested, let me show you out tomorrow, is the Sky High Car Audio 8s, which is inside the box, the 1.5 Q box. Then I'm going to test that, then immediately I'm going to take that out and put the, who going to go in there first? Well, he going to go in there first. The Sky High Car Audio going to go for that King title. Yeah. So we'll get him out of 1.5 box. See what he's doing there. And then go over that King title. I got the box built, finished today. So I'm going to take that out, put that in. But he's in the lineup. This is going in the truck. This is going in the truck. However, there's a lot of woofers ahead of it, before they actually make it. There's a lot of woofers ahead of it before it actually make it to the truck. But yeah, he going in the truck, homie. I gotta hear for myself what it do. But I was totally surprised. That's a BSAB former. And I'm looking at the winding height. The winding above the gap that I see does not suggest 6.5 millimeters of excursion. I was listening to JVDW 2000 comments about this. He's very informative. He watches the channel. Sometimes he comment. Sometimes I disagree with something he say, like dampening. But he be on point on a lot of other stuff. I don't think he does this part of the channel like this. He like to just comment, check stuff out like I do. So he was watching the channel, and he commented, "Oh, is that a I think, yeah, that's a Bennett BSAV former. So it's got a Bennett aluminum former BSAV. That's black aluminized, alanized former. So it dissipates heat pretty fast. That's costly. That might be the most expensive piece on. I don't wonder how they brought this in $140. But it's $140. For his size, it's kind of hefty. Particularly in relation to y'all seeing that. And y'all gonna see this. The revisit to this again, because both of these drivers, you see how shallow the draft is? You don't need no seat lift at all. At all. With either one of these drivers. And I'm not dealing for certain Vegas. I can get them, but I'm not a dealer for certain Vegas. But I was showing you, these, I'm gonna show you the performance of other drivers other than the ones that's on my channel. I doubt either one of these is gonna make a king title. Even with what I've seen in the performance. And this one has a, don't fall down, baby. I won't buy no more. This one has a rubber surround. And this one has that foam surround. So this one costs more. This one does cost more. See, this is $140. This one is $120. This one has the BSAV form, and this one doesn't. But looking at it, this one does have a greater winding height, but he has his X Max at 14. And I'm looking at both of them with my eye above the top plate. Seriously, this one does have more windings above the top plate than this one, but maybe it's not twice as this one. From what I see, because I can hit the light and it can show me the windings. I might be twice as high. Might be. But this was amazing. This was amazing. Y'all seen it, I've seen it. And because we like to try things out, we gotta see it in the truck. we gotta see it in the truck. I just gotta see for myself what to expect. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but I ain't got to it yet. Nah, I ain't checked out. I'm still on these 8s, man. I'm gonna get to it in a minute when I ain't got nothing else to do. When I ain't got nothing else to do, I try them shallow 10s. What's this? Team Jock Quest. Just need to see your new Rampage 8 V3 ready for the review. That's in the lineup too. They should be here tomorrow, baby. Oh. You think I won't get the Rampage 8 V3? Is you crazy? How you figure that? How you figure that? You know Dre been on this show? Yeah, I got 2 coming. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They'll be here tomorrow. Put them unboxing, review them. And they gotta get in the truck too. Bad thing about it is they probably gonna supersede because I'll probably ride with them. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. They gonna hit that truck. You gotta believe that. They're gonna be in that truck for however long I feel I need to take. This is here the performance increase more so than because we did a 141 and 2.5 cube box. We also did a 140 and a 2 cube box. So I might put them in the 2Q box, whatever parameter spec they got. Might put them in that. Might not put them in 2.5, even though I have the 2.5 already built. But yeah, they're gonna get in the truck too. So we got a lot of stuff to see what do what. But I have the Rampage version 2 here. They got to go in this small box performance, but not in the box that's in the truck right now. That's a 7.5 inch cutout. So when I get, and I think the Vega has to go in this 7.5 inch cutout. So we got some things to do because I want to keep boxing back and forth. So probably when I take the Sky High Cardio subs out, I ride with these Vegas for a little while before I put the Sky High Cardio back in that 2.5 Q box because he got a 7.5 inch cutout for him to go for his king title. Then we'll take that out, put the standard 1.5 box back in because that's the cutout for this boy, the B2 Audio Rampage version 2 and 3 because the bass didn't change, but we got a lot more motor force, a lot more throw. So we're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see. Stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff going on with these 8s that they tell them. Ain't nobody put 8s in vehicles. I can't tell. They keep deprecating these 8s left and right, don't they? Yeah. NBA, that 2K setup. NBA, that 2K setup you have for a 5th gen RAM, will it do a 140? I don't know about that one. No, I'm not gonna say that. Everybody's vehicle is different. I mean, Fred's doing 143 with 2, but he got a 2.5 inch seat lift. If you don't get that seat lift, that box is 1.75. But knowing what Fred box does with 210s with a seat lift, I'm very confident to say that if you do get a seat lift and you use the 2 Solo X10s, because I think that's the setup you're talking about, 2 Solo X8s. It's entirely possible because Fred's doing with 2 DC Audio XL10s and he's in the feed in a Ram truck with a box I built, but it ain't no 2K package. He got the DC Audio XL10s, a 6K or 8K, and he does significantly more than the 145. I have not seen that. I have seen the 143 at 28 hertz. He is lower than me. He didn't see me that. He is lower than me. Y'all seen that too. He is low. No, y'all seen the 141 at 26 hertz with 2 10s. But with a C-lift box. So I've seen the 143 he sent to me too. So I'm confident to say a real Odoms that if you buy that package and you get that 2.5 inch C-lift and you allow me to put them 2 Solo X's in a C-lifted box, I'm gonna cost you more than that 2K box. That's the standard box, the 2K setup. I'm quite confident to say yes, 2 Solo X8s in a Ram with a 2.5 inch seat lift, which is what Fred got. If you do the power right, it's entirely possible for you to do 140 dB. I got a witness in the feed. His name's Fred Porter. Talk to him. Anyway, moving on, baby. Yeah, that was a green, man. That was for the boy. What he called himself? Mr. Budget Bait. Nah, not Mr. Budget Bait. Said building on a budget, something like that. I forgot the name of his channel, man. But I watched the video. He gave a lot of shots out, man. Box look good in there too, man. Now y'all want to see it tear his truck up. Oh, he finna do that. Ain't a whole lot of that. Hey, what's up, MBE? Bless you and your family. I'm gonna hit you up box phone for the Ray J. Do that then. Let me get you in this line, man. Do it then. I say the same thing, T-Brew. They made a mistake, but in actuality, it wasn't moving that much. It wasn't. The QTS on that side was 0.39. That is great. Okay, that's beyond great. that is beyond great. So I'm just curious to see. I'm not a subwoofer engineer. I know how they sound and what I think it can do based on the performance of me and look at certain things. I said, we ain't gonna do that. I know a lot of things about these 8s are similar. Some have the potential to do what I want them to do, go far past 140. I'm not looking for these two. Neither one of them do a 140. I'm not. I'm looking to sell very well in a small box. But I feel looking at them in the QMS that I see, and some people say I'm an 8-inch subwoofer whisperer. They're gonna sound good. They can fit a lot of applications. But if you put them in the recommended enclosure, which is you're gonna be right at rated power, and that's it. You're not gonna be able to go over the top, especially not the Vega. This boy here, I like the X-Max, what I say, but by no means do I, and it ain't because of the motor structure. Not because of the motor structure. It's because of what I see on the movement. It surprised me it was moving that far, but I know what it take to do a 40 in my cabin, and it wasn't moving that fast. And if this might have been a Neo motor, it wasn't moving that far. If this was a Neo motor, and I see more movement, I can say, yeah, that's going to be a 140. The two, I think that this one definitely going to sound good. And he does have a second spider, but I'm looking at the rolls on the spider. The rolls on the spider really makes me, yeah, it's 6.5 millimeters max. Maybe a big box, we can move a lot of air efficiently, but she's not going to 140 with this. So get that out your head. Now, you can get 4 of them for $400 for $400, roughly what less than $500. You can get 4 of them. I think you can push a strong 138 with 4. Can't tell the difference between 138 and 140, but you can take 2 of the Kings and do a 140. So that kind of blah that. Now this boy here, 14.5 millimeters X Max. So it take 4 of those. I think 2 of these. I think he'll do about a 138, 136 in my cabin. And I say that we always talking about in my cabin. I also think he's gonna have that great sound. Now you could do 4 of these inside of the truck and still stay under a little over $500. A little over $500 for these. And okay, the displacement on these jobs is not even 0.5, 0.05. Seriously. So 4 of these on the seat of the truck with no seat lift. We're gonna see how they perform in the small box volume. But remember, when I put these in the small box volume, the box is gonna be very close to 1.5. So I'm looking for the score to be very, very deep with it. But if we put 4 of them inside on the seat of a truck, like a Ford, something like that, I'm looking for the finished volume to make each one see 0.5. So this is the option 0.5, similar to something like the DD508E. Small displacement. I think it comes in displacement 0.04. This is roughly the same size, roughly the same X-Max, roughly the same price. All right. So we're going to show y'all the performance of this as well. But this will get closer to the 40 than that Vega will. Remember, I'm sure to do a 135. Quite confident. They listed the parameters 1Q on putting in 1.25, it's about 25% more. And I know how to mess with that signal to make the box do the most of the work by increasing that port area. I think we can get a 138 out of it. 136 for sure. Thinking. We'll see them. I could not know what I'm talking about. We'll see. One thing me and Louie always said, we gonna see. We gonna see. What's up, Lego Master? Patiently waiting for that solo still. Yeah, bro, I'm amazed at Certain Vega. Check them out, man. Hey, I mean, for those of you who don't want to spend, man, I can get 4. You're gonna get cone area. That's why 4 of them, even with that low X-Max, you're gonna get very close to a 40 and you ain't spend $500. At the taxes, you're gonna spend a little bit over $500. Yeah, let me play with the box. I know what to do with it. For those of you who just gotta have 4.8 and don't want to lift the seat. That's why I'm exploring all these different options, because not my Super 8s, they ain't gonna do it. Not without a seat lift. And none of my Kings gonna do it either without a seat lift. They need air. But we can see this. I think I might get like 130, 138. If you do a 138, that's pretty good. What do the crowns mean? A king? What crowns? You see crowns in it? What crowns? Yeah, what crown? I don't understand what you mean, man. Yeah, you got a king. You know what MBE king is, does? Of course you do. Have you ever tried a Definitive Audio Designs KMHA? I wish they would have stopped selling that joker, man. Is it back out? Yeah, I know about that. I didn't get my hands on one of them. Let me see. Definitive. You know what I'm tell them get at me, man. Definitive. Yeah, because I know I wanted to try that 8. But when I went to go get it from Explicit Audio or somebody, they stopped selling it. Definitive Designs Audio. KMH 8. Here it is. Oh, they up. They still up. Whoa. That. Definitive Audio Design. KMH series. Wait a second. Products. BD series. Okay. How do you order from there? I'm glad you asked about that. KMH series. How do you click on it? You can't click on that, man. And they got a contact. Opening hours 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. Email. I'm going to email them. Yeah, I'm going to email them and see about getting that because I was interested in that KMH 8. Hey, I know about that. They were suddenly had the 6-4 basket, but had a gray cone. Yeah, let me show y'all images of what he's talking about. Real small company. Let me see if they got a picture. They took all the pictures down. Let me put a DAD KMH8. Yeah, I was interested in that. Yeah, I remember a picture. It was selling on Explicit Audio, man. That subwoofer. Let me see. They took all the pictures down off the internet and everything. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm interested in it, man. If you know, contact, tell my numbers in all my videos. And I don't see how you can purchase one. If you know a sales, a shop branding codes, my numbers on every video. Tell them to send me and shoot me a text. I'm interested in getting that 8 and possibly giving some exposure on the channel. And no, I don't want it free. I buy it. Yeah. Because I ain't going to be beholden nobody. They might give me a marketing discount, but I'm going to buy it. What do you think, MB, what do you think about the way Take Baser Store was trying to get a hold of you, but sold out anyway? Get it, man. Just as good. Some people might say even better. Get it. Sky High title shop and a new middleweight champion of the world. Sky High title shop and a new middleweight champion of the world. We're going to see if he get that king title. I got faith in him. Scott Atwell behind it. I got plenty of faith in him. That's Sky High. That's why he's gonna, in the middle of my testing, I'm going to let him get that shot at the title. The Rampage, I can wait on him because we already know the Rampage version 2 is showed his performance in 2.5 and 2. But I'm going to unbox and review and let y'all know it's out there and put him in the 1.5 because he already got a king title. The Rampage version 2, he comes in with a king title automatically. On the strength of the version 2. What's up, Jay? If I run 3 8-inch kicker L7Q class, do you recommend the Fallsgate T1500 or 2500? Q class? The T1500. If you don't know what you're doing. T2500 if you let me build the box and know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I would do. Because remember, I took 2 of them and put them on a 2500 watt amp. But I know how to dial the power back. and they was able to do what they were supposed to do. But they also did a 140 at 33 hertz on 1500 watts. So you don't need to throw a lot of power to them. You don't have to throw a lot of power to them. You just got to make sure you got a good clean signal. Your amp is getting the power it needs to make the rated power. Use a lot of it as your headroom. So your woofer, one of the dynamic picks of music, which really, those be the points where the woofer, you see the fallacies in the woofer. So the woofer, say, is rated like this Survey V Max, rated 600 watts RMS. You put two of them on a 2500 watt amp. And man, they sound great. You turn it up, they go to popping. Why? Because on the dynamic peaks, you're far exceeding the rating of the subwoofer. And so the suspension goes to failure. Because the QS sends it right on up out of there. Go move. QS go to failure. It can't handle the dynamic peaks. Well, because some of that dynamic peaks is far exceeds what the woofer can handle. But what if you take a T2500 watt amp and set it at the rated power of the Q class? There's three of them. So what? 3 times 1500 watts. So what's going to happen with the other 2500 watts? Take the square root of 1500. I believe it's 39. Yeah, 39, 39.3 or something like that. So what's going to happen with and you're setting it with the DD1 and you're setting it with a remote multimeter. So the square root of the AC voltage, what you read the AC voltage is 39.3. But 50 is my AC voltage and B. Yeah, well, the difference between 39 and 50, all that's going to be when the songs play dynamic peaks, all your dynamic peaks are going to be controlled. Taking something from Dead Game Audio when he says no such thing as max power. This is how clean that power is. How long do you want to play at that? So an experienced user can put an 8 on 3 times rated powers. He knows what he's doing and realizing the woofer can handle it okay for a while, but it's not going to be able to handle it. Depending on how you got your amplifier set. I'm basically saying. How do you use your sub-level, your subwoofer pre-out? Like my radio has a subwoofer pre-out. I got 5,000 watts on deck. I got any wattage I need for 1 to 5,000. I can use my subwoofer pre-out based on that's when I use the eero meter. I know the amp set to deliver 5,000 watts, and I'm set with the DD1 0 dB test tone. I know that. What I need to do is dial back the RC voltage going back to the amplifier based on what I know is inside the box and the size of the box body I have inside the vehicle, so I can make anything sound good because I got any wattage I need from 1 to 5,000. When I cut the vehicle on, the subs do not see 5,000 watts. Get the volumes down. When I turn 2 clicks, when you can faintly hear you riding around, they're not seeing 5,000 watts. The volume now is a dispenser. So if it was me, I would put them on a T2500. Set it with the AC voltage about 1,500, 1,600 watts. That the rest of it be headway. But that's all depending on if it was me. I'm making sure that the T2500 has got an ample amount of current going into it, good power, so that it can control the woofer very, very well. And I'll probably run it 2 ohm because it's gonna make the same power 1 or 2. It's just gonna do more dynamic. More at 1 ohm than it is going to do it 2. But hey, I would run it at 2. Yeah, so I would do that. Yeah, but if you don't want to do all that and experienced user, use that T1500 and leave it alone. I'm calling it now. The Certain Vega 8 doing a 148 at 30 hertz. And it'd be right up there next to that Z8 with some monkey shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, MB, what app were you using to break in the sub? Frequency generator. Sometimes I use that. Sometimes I use the what's that frequency generator on Apple Music. Sometimes I use that, and I use Take Master PNB test tone. They got a frequency sweep too. It just ain't long enough. But I think my wall is probably set with a DD1 using that frequency sweep meter and a multimeter, so I know once power is going. I'm set right at the square root of 1200 at 1 ohm on that wall power supply. So they're getting that. You know, there's no resistance. There's free air. There's nothing stopping. It's nothing to build up an EMF other than the very movement of the coil itself. There's no resistance. There's nothing to stop from going forward or backwards. So a significant amount of power is making it to it. That's why I was surprised. I said, man, this is crazy. It is getting 800 watts. There's nothing to stop it from getting 800 watts. There's no resistance, so I'm not losing any power. Ain't no box rise, ain't no resistance, fella. Power just going in. The only resistance he getting is the EMF that the coil is making itself from its very movement. Other than that, power going in. Yeah. Two and thin Silverado 48. Any recommendation? If you ain't got a transmission hump, all the recommendations on the channel, man. You pick out the subs you want. And they only sell a 2.5 inch seat lift. Two. I think they sell, I don't know if they only sell that for your truck. I don't think so. I think you need a 2.5 inch seat lift to run 4/8. And it all depends on what 8 you want to run. I've already said what I had to say about 8s right there on the channel. Figure out what you want to run, man. I don't make decisions with grown men on that. Figure it out. What up, MB? How do you know how much BSI to use? You listen to it, move fast. What you mean? How do you know how much more to use? And what happens when you use too much? You know what happens when you use too much. Come on, man. You just want a question. You know what happens. You're going to blow the sub. That's what you're going to blow. He does. You can tell. You can listen to it and smell it. Use your hearing and your nose to tell you, yeah, I think that's a little bit too much. Let me dial back. You know what it is, man. Out of all your kings, I can tell how you reading this question. He gonna ask you which one's the best. Out of all your kings that has earned the title, which one to you plays the deepest and sounds the best to you, or what is your favorite and why? I don't have no favorite. I knew that was. Didn't I tell you I was coming? I don't have no favorite. I love them all. I love my Solo X just as much as I love my DD. I love my DD as much as I love my G7. Them my 3 top favorite up there, if you want to call that. Them my 3 top as far as output. But I love my Rampage, and now I got a Rampage, the Rampage version 3, which I know what it do. Now y'all fit to hear what it do. I don't know if I think it's gonna play lower with a lot more authority. That's the one I think out of all of them right now in that 2.5 cube box. I'm thinking you think that beat you up? I think that Jugger might pull out at 29 hertz. I think he gonna beat that 139 at what is it? 139 at 89 before it click over. I think he might do that 141, that 140 at 29 hertz. Over the kicker, I think so. We gonna see. Y'all gonna see. But that don't make him my favorite. I love all of them equally, for real, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something, William. I'm gonna get tired of listening to him. I can't wait to put the Solo X's back in there. And then I'm gonna get tired of listening to them. I'm gonna go back and listen to this. I'm gonna pick something else. I ain't got no favorite. I'm a box builder. I like to hear, see what they do. You ain't gonna sit there and watch me keep talking about the same old shit. I wouldn't keep watching me keep talking about the same old stuff. I gotta see. We wake up in tomorrow, not yesterday. Ain't nobody gonna sit on the top. Ain't no gorillas, homie. I see you got that Dickie suit. Ain't no gorillas. Nah, don't worry like that. Okay, what they tell you, ain't no gorillas, homie. Ronald Shelby, what's up, man? Why you asking this question? MB, I have an extended cab Silverado. If I took the back seats out, could I fit 212s or 210s? No. Man, come on, man. You know damn well you can fit 212s, 210s in there, man. I'm like, come on, man. These people ask questions that really need some help, man. These ask questions that really need some help, man. Say it right here, Fred. I'm glad you answered that question for him. Yeah, I know for a fact 2 Solo 8s with the Wars amp and a 5th gen will do a 140 at 33 hertz without the seat lift. I ain't stamping that one now. I had to read your comment. I ain't stamping that. I ain't gonna say they're gonna do a 140 at 33 in a 1.75 cube box. Them jokers got a massive displacement. You gonna need to get that seat lift so we can get 2 to them. And so when you listen to Fred comment right here, this is not a fact. Fred runs 10s. He running 10, and he's a bass head. I tell him all the time he's a bass head. You're gonna need that seat lift, homie, if you want to keep it at 33 and under and a 140. You're gonna need to put air in that box. You don't need to get air in the box to play low, but you're gonna have to get air in that box to increase that port area so we can get to that 140. Because the secret to getting 140 is the port area, fellas. That's what you're missing when I show y'all the performance of this small box volume. People say, it's amazing what you do with 8s. I'm just telling you the size. That little small 1.5 cube box I done built for all these 8s, even with them solos, even with the 25 8, they not gonna hit no 140 in the 30s with no 4-inch circular port on it. It's just not gonna do it. Why? It's not enough air being moved to pressurize that cabin. You're gonna have to use that slat. It's got to be this big. It's got to be between 4 to 5.5. It depends on what drive it is. That plus the radiating surface of the cone will take that cabin to 140, 142, 143 dB. A 1.5 cube box with 4-inch aerial is not going to take that cabin, my mega cab, to 140. Not going to do it. And my mega cab is a little bit bigger than what y'all getting was a little bit bigger, period. And a little bit bigger. It's wider and longer than what y'all get in the truck. So yeah, pressurization will be there, but we need to get the port area up. So we gotta get that. But the only way we can get the port area up, the box volume has to go up. Balling on the budget, yeah, that's the name. Miles, is hitting 140 on any hitting 140 an indication of musicality or just loudness? Just loudness. Musicality gonna be in this smaller cool box. Yeah, once you start getting bad, once you start going north of 135, man, it's not really the woofers start, the heat's building up, and you're just playing the loudest frequencies, the easiest. The subtleties are always gonna sound better when you play it down low, when we're listening level, which round about all depends. Everybody, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Miles. Everybody listening level is different. I can't tell you what somebody's listening level might be. It might be less. Like sometimes I run around my vibe knob on 20. It ain't going outside the cabin other than the low notes going outside the cabin. But it's a soft sound. But that's when you can hear a subwoofer. Around that 20, 128, in my opinion, 125, 130. That's when you get to hear it. Shouldn't miss no notes there. As you start to take that power up, our voice cord starts to heat up, output starts to increase, but we're not talking about musicality. That's a lie. In my opinion, anybody tell you that, they're lying. They're lying. Listen to it low so you can really hear it. Thank you, T-Brew. Okay. Right here. Let me get this be the last question. I need to go put my son to bed. Y'all know he coming before y'all. I love y'all, dear. But I need to spend about 30 minutes time with him. More than I already spent since he got home. He was out there hitting the rock pile. Yeah. I got a little giant. I got a 11-year-old, 150 pounds with a 10-pound sledgehammer in the hand breaking cedar blocks. I know how to make them big, boy. I make strong, functional fitness and combat training. Make them ready. What I was going to say. The box you built for the DD608, what amp do you recommend? That 1100, that I think DDS 1100, that'd be fine. That'd be cool enough for. I think you for a single cab truck, right? Yeah, I'd be cool enough for. You know you ain't going no SPL competition. You just gonna have some real deep bass in there. You got that. Hey, y'all be blessed. Watch the videos. Thank y'all for watching that Sir Vega video. That was crazy. That is crazy. I got some more coming. Stay tuned, man. Man, you keep talking about them 8 subwoofers because they keep making them, clown. y'all be blessed.